Coal. This documentary is going to look at the pros and cons of coal. I will talk about the recent controversy between Rio Tinto and a small town called Bulga, and show you an interview between myself and a coal industry veteran, Stu Salter. So what is coal? Well, when organic matter like vegetation or dead animal life falls to the ground and becomes covered before it can decay completely, it will begin to go through a process called coalification. And this is when there is so much stacked on top of the organic matter that there is not enough or no available oxygen to help it decompose. Over thousands of years, heat and pressure change this organic matter into this combustible, black hard mineral that we call coal. Coal mining has had a huge influence on the success of Australia both today and throughout history. Australia's biggest export is coal, which currently creates 54,900 jobs directly from the industry, which pays over $6 billion in wages every year. On top of that, $17.7 billion have been paid in tax from 2006 to 2013, contributing massively to our country and its success. It is because of these huge payoffs that coal mining companies will go to the extents that they do in order to get coal out of the ground. For example, recently, coal mining giant Rio Tinto has revealed plans to relocate an entire town in order to expand an existing mine in New South Wales Hunter Valley region. Fortunately for the town though, the New South Wales government has changed the approval policy for mines during this time and has stopped the relocation. The policy change removes the resource itself as the primary consideration when approving a new mine. The town can be seen here. The town's community generally seems to be in favour of the policy change. However, Rio Tinto would argue that this is merely a political ploy and that this act could damage the town by taking jobs away from the area. While coal does do a lot for our country, it does not come without great cost. The problem is that coal is a dirty fuel. When we get it out of the ground, if we don't export it, we burn it to boil water to create steam, which we use to move turbines, which create electricity, which powers our nation. 77% of our country's energy in 2008, in fact. The problem with this is that when coal's burned, it gives off huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the atmosphere, deteriorating our air and contributing to the warming of our planet through the greenhouse effect. Australia is now the world's largest emitter of CO2 per capita. But besides the effects that fuel has on our environment, there's also another obvious problem with coal. It takes thousands of years to create, and we burn through it every day, all over the world. Sooner or later, we will have officially run out of coal. But it's okay. We won't just curl up around a fire praying to the fuel gods for more coal. We'll make our own, out of thin air. What's special about Denmark? Well, a lot of things, but mainly that they really do make their own energy out of the air. Wind power provides Denmark with nearly 30% of its total electricity. And Denmark is home to 90% of the world's offshore wind farms, and the country is on track to become completely free of fossil fuels by 2050. Now I'm going to go to an interview between myself and a man called Stu Salter, a consultant for Illawarra Coal. Hi Stu, thanks for being here today. So what positions have you held in the coal industry? Hi Sam, thanks for having me, it's good to be here. I've been in the industry for 37 years, working my way up from coalface to various management roles, including General Manager of 2 mines and Chief Operating Officer of a global contracting firm. Has the industry changed much on the ground and day-to-day in regards to environmental impact since you started in the field? Environmentally, the industry has changed monumentally over the years. In the past, people were not environmentally aware, however it's drummed into the heads of all the workers today. But mainly those that work on the surface or underground mines, or the workers that are employed in open cut mines. In saying that, even the UG workers have environmental obligations. Coal is a finite resource that will run out. Do you know of any measures being or to be taken to keep current large mining companies afloat as we head towards a more renewable future? Coal may be considered a finite resource, however there will still be plenty of reserves for centuries if required. In saying this, the global coal mining companies are diversifying into other resource streams, as with BHP, who also own and operate iron ore, manganese, bauxite, copper and more. Renewable energy is a force moving into our world, but it's hard to determine if it will ever really replace coal completely. Coal is a fundamental part of our economy and the largest source of energy we have. Because of this, coal is definitely going to be sticking around a while longer. However, as I've mentioned before, coal is finite, it will run out. Coal is not sustainable. Hopefully, though, we won't need to deplete it until it's all gone. As renewable sources become more and more viable, the day will come for Australia when our energy production is 100% renewable. It might not be as soon as Denmark, but it will come. For the sake of our country's future and for the health of our planet, we need to wean ourselves off coal and fossil fuels as a whole.